case studies because our group is expertise in hydrogeological, the hydrogeochemical processes, and we are interested in district-wise or basin and sub-basin-wise that Dr. This previous presenter has told. The most of them are present here. Professor Salman left. So in that case, if you will see river connectivity or Himalayan connectivity, you can see that this whole patch is contaminated with arsenic. It means that if it is arsenic with the regional basis, like more or less, and what is happening is that and nearby the China, the Mongolia, Vietnam, Thailand, Nepal, those areas is being reported esporadically. And if focusing to the northeast of the India, you can see that this is mid-Gangetic plain. There are many rivers coming here, and then there is a Brahmaputra plain. There are certain kind of the similarity between the type of the alluvial plain or the Holocene deposition, and then some of these are the fan that he was talking about, the Dr. Dax, and that sometimes once they are contaminated, it will be. So how the arsenic contamination so far is reported, and then you can see there are many areas, Karimganj or the Chapra, Dhemaji, those areas, and like sometimes it seems unrealistic. There is something mistake when people report 700, more than 700 microgram per liter of arsenic contamination. So, but when I was asked to this question, again tricky question, like some audience are raising, that what do you think? What is the problem or what is the reason for arsenic contamination? And why arsenic contamination is problem of today, but it was not found earlier. This is also a wrong notion, that the arsenic contamination is problem of 21st century. No, I don't think so. Because there were some many possible answers to give, that microbial degradation or change in the oxidation reduction potential in the aquifer, the withdrawal of the pump, the water, the oxidation of the pyrite rocks. Many things can be told. But I wanted to give the take-home message. So I just told that, okay, please tell me whether cancer was not there before it was discovered, that this symptom is known as HIV or the cancer or so-called this is Ebola. Whether this disease was not existed earlier, yes, it was existed, but we are not aware that this symptom is called the cancer. So similarly, the arsenic is wherever now the people. Now we have the sophisticated machine, the AS or ICP to determine it. Then the more area being discovered, the more area people go and take the sample, and then more area is being reported arsenic contamination. And as far as the arsenocosis or the visible symptom is concerned, like you will have some pigmentation and all, this depends on dose and duration. It doesn't depend on that if this arsenic is more than 50 ppb and I drink this distillery water, I got arsenicosis. Even if I will drink this 100 bottles of the more than 50 ppb, nothing will happen to me. It will happen only when for the certain period of time, dose into duration is then exposure. Then you have to have the subjected to the arsenic contaminated water for a long time. That's why the many times what happened is that in many contaminated villages I visited, and it was found that the river, the mother, the woman are the more active, and children are more exposed to this than their male, because that male person is working in Delhi, and they are living in the village of the Buxar, my estate, the Bihar. And so in that case, sorry, it should not be the Bihar, so Bihar. So in that case, there were. So they are exposed because they have to drink that water. Older people, they have you see many pictures, you give the attention that many pictures shown regarding the arsenic contamination, whether it will be female or child or older. Of course, there will be many unemployed who doesn't want to work at all. But anyway, so this is, I will try, and there may be some technical and boring slides, but bear with me or ask me, or otherwise I will skip. No problem on that. So this is, I also worked and published some of the work, like in Gazipur district, Uttar Pradesh, and then the Bhagalpur district, Bihar. So in that case, and this is a good, both of this journal is more than 2.5 impact factor. So in that case, and it is a big group. The Prasun Bhattacharya, they are the, but. So I have worked there, and then somehow when I reached to this northeast, I don't need to go to Bhagalpur. I don't need to go to Gazipur and do research there. When a researcher goes, and then problem is here. I started doing the first work we took is that the same whole Brahmaputra floodplain, and then we are going district-wise. So this is the report that we had reported, that the the proximity of the river and the arsenic contamination. Whether we go far from the river, the arsenic contamination decreases or increases. So we had the report. This paper has been cited more than 22 times or something, now 30 perhaps. So this is the both river. Then we prepared the contour. Contour is that if there is a high, you can see that the high arsenic here or high arsenic here. This is the arsenic high. This is arsenic high. So in the proximity with the river is there is one point. So then what is happening is that many times I told you that there is a rock. Have of course, it is not easy to understand the rock. It is easy to get hurt from that, but of course by the physically also, and by that why I am not able to understand the rock, because the formula is not so simple like CaCO3. Because these are the sometimes, but of course we know that this is iron, is hard, manganese hydroxide, and those things. If something is locked arsenic inside, and this rock is have now no more. It will be subjected to a reduction in a absence of oxygen. It will break, and it will break. Then the arsenic will release into the water. And so this is a basic chemistry, the fundamental chemistry of arsenic release. Then how to create a condition when there will be a reduced condition. Reduced condition means absence of the oxygen. So absence of the oxygen will be created if there will be a clay layer. If I will put you in a cement room, lock, no window. After whatever the oxygen will be there, you will consume it. And after that you will be exposed to reduced condition, and then you will die. So similarly, that if there is a clay layer, if aquifer and then clay layer, clay is cementing almost. So then whatever the air is there, it will create later on the reduced condition. So this reduced condition can be created by river. If they come and they put the sediment, then next layer, you can see the lithologs. So many times people has been researching about, they drill like Das or Datta? Manoranjan? Nath. Okay, so my both guess was wrong. So then what was that there? They are taking the lithologs and reporting that whenever they found the clay, the color and the arsenic contamination, that how what is the color of this one, and at that layer the groundwater is contaminated with the arsenic groundwater. So there are a lot of interesting the research is going on. Then the organic matter. If you will have the organic matter, now I have created a clay layer, water is here. Now no more oxygen is coming to this water, but still there is a dissolved oxygen there. So to create a reduced condition, oxygen has to be consumed. And how it will be consumed? It will be consumed by the microbial activity. And microbial activity, microbes need organic matter to survive, not only oxygen. So if there will be some organic matter, again the microbial activity will be more, oxygen will be reduced, arsenic contamination will be there. Everything goes like chain. But and river, when they bring sediment, they bring contamination also, the organic matter also. Then I'm not going to prove river as a culprit, But I am talking like that. Almost it sounds like that. But so although arsenic is not inherently present, this is not like that. Every there is a river, there will be arsenic. No, please don't take it. But still try to grab some the understanding. But I can tell you that this understanding I have built in 12 years. So you cannot build in 12 minutes. But I am not discouraging either. So this point is that there is a change. There is a relationship of arsenic contamination of the flow rate, distance from the river meandering, and the course of the river, stage of the river. Whether upstream, Tinsukia or the Dhubri. Which one is more prone to have the arsenic contamination? So thinking of that, the mid-Gangetic plain, even my professor is working, my master from JNU. So I thought if I will work there and I will send my researcher, he will send his researcher, then we will fight. So better not to go to the Ganga. And let's see what is the relationship of the arsenic in Brahmaputra. And Brahmaputra is 900 kilometers, and I joined here 2010 November, 2011 February. I had a lot of money at that time because I came from Japan, and I put my money like this. But now, okay, I took a journey for a whole 900 kilometers, and then the one PhD is going to be submitted this semester. Two PhD, I guess. So in that case, there is a we took, but 900 kilometers. Like this is arguable that what should be the frequency of the sampling. So what we did is like depending on some of the key parameter we selected, and then we went, okay, we don't need to. First is that we will see, and then we will increase the frequency. So for last 4 years we are doing sampling, and based on just 164 data, I am going to show you some of the results of us, which is currently under review or revision. So arsenic total and depth. This is from my paper from the Gazipur and Bhagalpur. And every time the shallow depth, it means the 30 to 40 feet of the depth is reported as a arsenic contamination. Same thing we found in both districts. And same thing has been reported from the Vietnam, Mongolia, and those areas. It means the shallow water at shallow depth there is arsenic contamination. So in Bangladesh what they do, or in the West Bengal what they did, is that when arsenic was reported, they told that the simple thing is that drill your hand pump lower, go down. And once they go down, another problem has happened. So there is we need to understand also the water column. Like she asked about the spatial distribution, that how much percentage of the water will be contaminated when we declare this state or the district as a contaminated site. But we should also think about the vertical profile. Vertical profile that at what depth? At 20 meters, 30 feet, at one sample. But whoever do the research in groundwater field, either the Dr. Nath or Dr. Kumar, they cannot go and drill every place and then take the water. The limitation is that they will have to take the hand pump of Mr. Barua, Mr. Sarma, Mr. something. So, and every water depth is different in a particular area. So even if we are saying maybe the water that Majuli at that time you might have sampled, just I am saying, creating a scenario is that maybe the depth you took the sample has no arsenic. But it was not that the arsenic was not present below that or above that. So in that case, the depth profile is also very much important. And now is the current trend in though still only some 1 or 2% is now working, including us, about the multi-layer sampling. And one scenario you know all, but I like this SSAAP because they put the India, Nepal, Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, China, Taiwan, all are regions, they clubbed it and say South and Southeast Asian arsenic belt. It's better. come together and solve the menace, face the menace or solve the problem. So this is, you can ask your friends, do you know SSAAP? And some conference like this, you know that sometimes the terming things is also very much important. And this is also invented in certain kind of workshop. So he is the person, Nilotpal Das, who is going to submit the PhD and working on this problem. So in the above reason, whatever the reason it was, the Mekong or Red River basin has the similar condition like Ganga River basin. Ganga River basin is similar like Brahmaputra River basin. So and both and all the reasons have the reducing of anoxic condition has been detected, and there was, and then arsenic was also detected high. I should not, okay. So in Vietnam also it was reported. I will show you in picture. Words is, I don't like this one. Then about Northeast, I think after Dr. Nath, no one should speak. Where and where? This because our sample is just based on few and Manipur and this. That's why I go. But only thing is that Assam is also drained by many rivers. And weathering condition of Assam is much more than the UP, Bihar and those kind of conditions. Because of course your slope gradient and then lot of rain. So that increases the weathering condition more. More humid condition, more weathering. And more weathering means breaking of the rock. So then, and once the more rock will be broken up, arsenic will be released into the rock. Now we are thinking that the southern part of the Assam is drained by the Barak River, and Saha in 2012 he has reported some arsenic locked in the sediment. Because people are, the researcher like us who is sort of hydrogeologist, we are interested in not only in the water. We think that in water from where? From sediment, from rocks. Take their sample. Then try to know that how they are interacting, how the water is interacting with the sediment and coming to the aquifer and coming to our food chain. So he has also reported this one. So there is some kind of the weathering or the river condition and the association is there. So the motivation of research, because of the first question, arsenic is geogenic. Still we don't, of course some of the pesticides, some of the herbicides has arsenic, but we don't, in general there is no arsenic industries or something like that because it is poisonous. So that is where his friend is fluoride, which is also geogenic, released from the rock. But the condition is different. The fluoride has been reported from the semi-arid area, like Andhra Pradesh or where the rainfall is less. But arsenic was reported in the place where of course I told you, the river and where there is a lot of humidity and the rain. So is there any correlation or any co-contamination with the arsenic and fluoride? That is one question. When by the time I become assistant professor, I had this kind of the thinking that what should let's investigate about this. Then investigate about that how arsenic is distributed itself in the sediment. Whether, because sediment has arsenic, but how it has been. You have money. You have money, but how you have kept your money, that depends. That if it is on a above pocket, somebody can take this. So similarly, the arsenic can attach with the different strength with the sediment. Some is so loosely bound that even some rainwater comes and arsenic say bye-bye to sediment. But some arsenic has to be subjected through the acid. You have to put acid, only then it will release. Sometimes some it is attached with the organic matter, microbes will act and arsenic will be released. So this is very important to understand that whether arsenic, which form arsenic is bound to the sediment. So understand the arsenic speciation. I think then understand the factor causing the spatial and vertical distribution. I already talked to you that which depth. Then the correlation between partitioning coefficient, like of course that how it can go into the water. And we are running worth 50 lakhs project, two DST project on these both. One project is based on arsenic fluoride co-contamination, one is based on the multi-layer sampling and irradiation technique. So these two, this is due by next year. I have to submit the report. This is due 17. So why I wrote it? Not because I am running 50 lakhs of project. It's because some referee, some researcher has read this proposal and then thought this is worth spending money. The objectives are worth spending knowing and money. So that's why this is there. This is very basic slide. I don't want fluorine, you know. But the fluorine has one. The problem is that it is most electron thirsty. Electron thirsty, it means it will take your oxygen, the electron. So your electron is, and then it can create you the oxidized. So he is like saying, I need only 1 minute. This Mr. Fluorine, I don't know, but fluorine sounds but I don't know. Anyway. So this a strong affinity with there are some chemistry with the calcium and fluoride, and then fluoride is never found in the pre-state, and there are some rock which has the fluoride bond. So what is happening there? So we just say that there are many rocks, clay mineral, iron hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide, they absorb fluoride. Arsenic is also absorbed by the iron hydroxide, and this one. So if they can, if in one system, how they can both behave. Phosphatic fertilizer is known to contain fluoride, and phosphatic fertilizer is known to increase the fluoride and arsenic both. So there are some reason why we want to do. We bring one poster to the JNU, one conference. We were the organizer, because State University was also the participant. But one person is asking, why you are doing arsenic fluoride both? He is thinking that I want to grab both in my pocket. Either research on arsenic or fluoride. There is a reason to understand that, because both are the geogenic and those. Of course, the fluoride has some other sources also. So then, this is the whole chemistry that another may be interested in. Then, why and how arsenic get reduced to? What condition changes, what clay comes, where oxygen, organic compound break into the CO2, oxygen get consumed, reduction happen, or the something that the ferrous, and those kind of the situation is there. But I think he should study by himself. But the point is that if there is oxidizing and reducing condition, in both conditions, arsenic will release. It is not that only in the reduction condition is responsible for the arsenic and condition. But our interest is, if this kind of chemistry is going on, what will happen if Mr. Fluoride will enter? Because our relationship is also depends sometimes with the third person entering. So that's why that sometimes this is also multi-layer. We are trying. We just put one multi-layer nearby in one village, and there are a lot of difficulties. But I am thinking that now is a hard time. I must install several in some Dhemaji and those kind of places where it is, or the Dhakiajoli. So what we do is that we make a casing, right? But I'm not a driller. Basically, the chemistry graduate and then environmental science master and environmental engineering PhD. So this is one casing has to be done, and then you put the pipe and leave it at different level. So it means at same place you can take the sample at different level. Then what happens? In casing, in our hand pump generally there is a filter down, and water is coming from that down and it is reaching to the wall. So you have to take this casing out. Then there will be a informality created, and then this depth of the water will represent the same depth. Otherwise, water is coming from the down. So then, once the casing is being removed, it collapses. So that's why there are a lot of problems in here. But conceptually, That is what we try to attain. And do the sampling at one place. I don't need to go district wise, Dware, everywhere and say, please give me your water, the hand pump, and I will check whether arsenic is there or not. So I want to research, and I can do it at one place, and that's why. So we want to, but I have some lazy students who are not taking samples regularly. Yeah, I have to tell them, please go and attend this workshop. My professor has no time to ask me to go and attend. I need to find the workshop and take permission. Sir, can I go? And again, you see, even I told you that he a special guest, a special appearance.
He's here.
Yeah, now he is here. So this is what I am saying, that if there is a contaminated sediment with the arsenic, then what will happen? This arsenic, there will be some water, and the arsenic or contamination can go together. So then partitioning coefficient is that how, if there is some arsenic contamination, how it will move down to the other aquifer or downwards. So if the KD, this is called sorption coefficient or partitioning coefficient. If it is less, it means the contaminant will go down more rapidly. If it is more, it will go less rapidly. So then you will have the time to protect or do something. So this is why we want to do the partitioning coefficient also. Then this is the procedure that how you can know that whether arsenic in the sediment is found in the exchangeable phase or the hydroxide phase or organic phase or the sulfide phase. And this is the, of course, so the different ideas, but we have integrated multi-layer sampling, sediment water interaction, lab-based simulation, arsenic removal, then enhance the understanding of natural attenuation of arsenic and parameter optimization done, develop some removal technique, take some the information, do some basin-wise or district-wise the study, and then try to come. This is the outcome, final. That develop some the integrator, some removal technique, and some understanding has to be built up. So what we did is that the whole Brahmaputra from Sibsagar to Dhubri we did. After sometimes there had a lot of fight in Dhubri, so many times they don't go, but still they have covered pre-monsoon, post-monsoon, pre-monsoon, post-monsoon for 3 years, 4 years. So they like to go on sampling, my research group. So that's why this condition, Holocene and those things are there. This is white chloride and arsenic is relevant here because cadmium is known for the chloride contamination, iron contamination. In Assam, because I told you, it is not because Mr. Gogoi, that of course your chief minister, that the arsenic and fluoride contamination is there. It's because of of course, the condition, the rainfall condition, the geological condition. I told you that weatherability of Assam is much higher than any heartland UP Bihar and those kind of things. And also, it has to come from the rock, so you have those kind of rock present already. And they have the Holocene, the anoxic condition can be created because this is just one river, but there are many the attributes. Now, how many? The tributaries. How many tributaries to Brahmaputra? Huh? 20 you are collecting data. How many rivers are coming there and draining the water?
Total 17.
Anyway, more than 20 rivers are coming and putting the water into the Brahmaputra from north, from the south. You are collecting 17 or 20 rivers. How many rivers are coming and putting the water into this? If you will see it will be like a vein and artery kind of the map. So we have been doing sampling since 2011, but and until now. But this report is only based on the 11 and 12. 2 years, 4 seasons, and like that. Yeah, the Liverpool was a bit thin at that time. And I don't know why they didn't keep my picture. I was also at that time accompanied. So whenever, so then there is a Earlier we thought that there was a higher values of arsenic was recorded in the southern bank. Though marginally, but when we increased the data number, and now we are thinking that there is no such kind of relationship that the in South Bank is more or the North Bank is more. Of course, I would like to think that if I will go by this map, my hypothesis, my scientific hypothesis based on the geology or the map is saying that the north can be. You see, this is Brahmaputra river. So this is Brahmaputra river. So the more deposition of alluvial or Holocene is in the north. So there should be the more. Of course, that there are many what to say? That this Majuli is here, same sediment, and Dhemali is here, north bank. They are deported. But so I will not conclude until 2017. Still, Sonitpur we have did 3 times sampling. Nagaon, Jorhat is already under review. Then Dhemaji and Lakhimpur we are going to do. Then I will confirm that what is there. And if he will give me data, then I will confirm. So that is where. Then we also have seen that the river, the arsenic was higher closer to the river, and when we go away, the arsenic has decreased. But still, like I said, still it has to be confirmed more. But this is, I told you, until 2012. Now, so in that case, we also found reducing environment that I told you. That if the reducing environment will happen, the arsenic dissolution will happen or something like that. And then also we have found that with the increase of the depth, arsenic is decreasing. So here same thing, like Gangetic plain. And there is a negative correlation between arsenic and nitrate. Why arsenic and somebody is related with the seeing the interested with nitrate? Because I told you that arsenic has some source of pesticide or the herbicide or something. And nitrate is a good nitrogen manure, fertilizer, is used in agriculture. So if there is a nitrate more and arsenic more, you can say this is anthropogenic. Maybe this arsenic is coming from the human-induced arsenic. But if there is no more nitrate, then you can not say that there is this is geogenic. But nitrogen is present in the geology itself, then in reducing condition it will be found as a ammonia. Anyway, you will be thinking, I have already taken the 25 minutes, now I will go like. So this is arsenic distance. I already have told you that with the distance how arsenic is decreasing, ORP negative. Now whatever I have told can be confirmed with the figure. Same thing, the depth is decreasing, arsenic is decreasing. The arsenic and iron has good correlationship. So it means iron dissolution happen, then in water not only arsenic will be released but iron will be also released. So iron and arsenic has good relationship. pH is always, this is then you have to check about the data quality. Data quality is also a problem in arsenic research. Because researcher is like, they take the water and they do the arsenic analysis and then say, no arsenic, sir, no arsenic. That day they don't eat. It means they tried, please, where only 10 ppb. Researchers should not do like that. So in that case, the data quality has to be checked. So in that case, the arsenic and pH has to be, if your data this can check. And you can also find that, but arsenic and fluoride here we have not seen good correlations. But some sort of, but if we will increase the sample number maybe in future, I don't know. But so far we have found that there is no such kind of but fluoride was found in our sample and arsenic was also found. This is also the relationship of fluoride, arsenic with ORP, the fluoride, arsenic with bicarbonate. So sometimes still this paper is, yesterday I submitted to Kumar Square, and keeping the finger crossed. Then this is iron and now you can see this is arsenic and fluoride. Some sort of the relationship between arsenic and iron and fluoride. So those things are there. Please follow. So overall, I already told you that the distance, if the age of the sediment increase from the river far. It means if a city is far from the river, their sediment will be more older. Because at one point of time, everything was underwater. So when the river came, you go near to the river, the sediment will become new. And new sediment will have that Holocene sediment and the more arsenic containing. So that's why there may be younger sediment will have more organic matter also. अगर तुमको ही मतलब if dinosaur died and if you can find some dinosaur, they will be fossilized, mineralized. But if the new dead body, they will be the organic matter and microbial activity will be going on. So those things are there. A stage of the river. If some sediment is there, the river is coming from the mountain area, and so very fast, flow is very fast. But by the time it reaches to the middle, now it slows down. And then lot of sediment they deposit. Now they cannot carry so much soil or sediment. So more sediment deposition, more the arsenic contamination probability will be there. Then, so which stage of the river is there? So you can find that the Tejpur, Sonitpur or the downstream where it has to be. But the middle plain is more prone to have mid-Gangetic plain, mid-Brahmaputra plain has the more arsenic contamination. Then the course that where and how, I already have told you a lot of things. And same thing has been reported in many studies. I will just show you here that you can see the arsenic contamination, red is more contamination, then yellow, then light yellow, then blue is less than 10. So these are the arsenic contaminated, the Vietnam. Then ammonium, this is the ammonium, presence of ammonia is indicator of reducing condition. So then if more than 10 is the yellow box. And then this one. So this is also they put this ammonia and like that. So this, and then the peak layer, and you can see that this is peak layer, it means that more organic matter. You can see that how high arsenic is correlated with the ammonia, the reducing condition, and then the organic matter. Only here, where there is no ammonia, no reducing condition, no something, there is no any which is more than 300, or there was no even brown, only the something. So that's why some relationship of the sediment deposition and river is certainly there. So in that case, I already told you that mainly geogenic and weathering of arsenic bound sediment is happening in the Mekong Red River basin. That is the toll. Then in Assam there is a more probability of having the arsenic contamination because the river has shifted long. And when this is of course the baseline change of the river Brahmaputra in year 2008, 1998, before 1975. So if there will be some shift in the river, then from the place where they left is reported to have high arsenic contamination. Same thing is the Buxar. In Bihar, some of the village was found like the dreamland for the arsenic research. And they go some research, do the interview, how much water you drink. So in that case, sometimes this is the toll. So overall, my conclusion is that there is some kind of end point is very simple. If I will say in one line, is that that the world's highest thickly populated place in the world is the Mid-Gangetic plain and then this Brahmaputra plain. Because people are situated near the rivers. If all cities were situated in the river. So not only because, of course, the sediments are new, arsenic is present, but they are compounded by the groundwater withdrawal. Lot of people are there, lot of groundwater they are taking, and the condition is they are changing. Oxidized condition is now all rock are settle. So that saturation condition, we have done some modeling and we have reported that how we predicted that in Jorhat or in the Difu, how this kind of the arsenic contamination is going to increase, multiply, because water is unsaturated. Still they can dissolve many minerals of arsenic containing. So that's why that they can dissolve many rock in them and then the arsenic will be released into the water. So the saturation index, it means, I hope you know saturation condition is that, of course, there is a how one spoon of the sugar it will be melt and then when it will start not taking up. But so still the water can dissolve arsenic containing minerals, and we have also found arsenic pyrite using XRP and SAM. So that's the finding, and let's see, and we will come up with more. These are some, and this is get we are inside. Generally, I saw this thank you is for when some conference is far from here. For you, I can show some different. This thank you.
I have some experience with the so whenever we say about the sharing of data, then we have to think the data quality also.
We have to think of the correct.
So it is a good problem. I have some experience in disclose the research it make composite ground erosion. They into arsenic and all. So you get to how you collect I collect 10 groundwater sample and make it composite. So from 100 so I make it 10. So I can help you. And he open with we can walk and we can publish it. I am not interested to publish in such a way because your fundamental thing is right. Wrong. So that type of data will come, then it will be a problem for.
Yeah, see the 10 sample and one analysis and we will say 10 sample has this much contamination. I don't know. That's
you say already you say that deep study and all. So these are households. So one is 60 feet, one is 200 feet or 100 feet. He mix all the sample and he make a composition. That type of thing. And another is that analysis procedure and what type of chemical they use. This thing is also
lot of. See, point is that even I used to tell my students is that any instrument you give that it will give you a reading. खराब तराजू भी वजन को देता है. जब you thought I brought 10 kg of sugar, in fact you are bringing 6 kg of sugar. So in that case but it will give a reading. So you should be in a situation, a researcher should have a training to understand whether this data is good enough or not to be reported. So that's why the lot of data has the data quality is. I know that you also support this.
This software is that one laboratory with him. So we see that he said that we are not getting solution is not properly found like that. About the semester. So it's only the salt bottle. The salt bottle was empty, but I said that there is no marking about the AROGR. First. And I don't know the company name also. Very newly come this company. And they will mark about AROGR. I asked, what was your problem? When I put some acid, it's make a milky solution. But it is not chunky, then it's polite. So that type of chemicals is coming. So analysis procedure and all we have to, whenever we keep for the sharing data, make a food, then we have to think about what type of.
Always giving their name. This set of the quality, this set of data का quality का जिम्मेदारी तो डॉक्टर ना, I am not. No, I am publishing it. But I am so tell this data based on
No. Whenever we go for the second step study, depending on that will be careful.
Yeah, so this is data sharing is also people should disclose how they did, and some kind of research training is also important. Now UGC has also recognized it, and some of the research methodology courses become essential for PhD. So those things are there.
Sir, as you have said that data sharing is also important. So this idea behind this entire workshop is actually an effort no one particular, as Usha was mentioning, so there's no one particular organization who is working with us like knowledge and action. It's just people like this. So,
And with different ego and different mindset. Because if I am saying Mr. Florin, or just to make the public or the audience to alive enough to understand my complex thing, that it may be the Miss Florin or the Mr. Florin, somebody may feel offended. So sometimes the different ego, different layer, and people think I am professor, he is assistant professor, or oh, I am assistant professor, he is just a scientist. So those kind of this pity thing, that being researcher they do it like that.
so,
But you provide some platform, please. Otherwise, no benefit of presentation.
So, will it be possible for you, since you are leading will it be possible for you to share some of your work on the network's website so that everyone can see?
Yeah, of course. I will not only give you my published work in form of the PDF, but also I can give you some recent findings, so that we can also claim that through you we have. If I am now confident that South Bank has more arsenic, and if I want to be it debated first among the researcher of Assam who knows this, rather than a person sitting in the UK and check my paper whether it is scientific correct or not. So they cannot check more better than the person here. So this is also good for that some finding you want to report in the scientific community must be discussed nicely among the stakeholders. So that data sharing will provide this another advantage of that. So we will also give you some early stage findings.